program comes from executive producer Lilian Garcia. Every athlete is on this quest. Every performer dives in head first, battling real-life challenges and overcoming obstacles in an effort to make their dreams reality. Singer, songwriter, 15-year WWE host Lilian Garcia was the first woman to ever announce WrestleMania. And the first to launch her own podcast, which gives you an all-access pass to the human interest stories of elite athletes and extraordinary entertainers. Now, let's embark on another fascinating journey of chasing glory with your host, Lilian Garcia.
It's that time again. It's Chasing Glory time. Welcome, everybody, to Chasing Glory. It is post-WrestleMania. Wow, another WrestleMania in the books. And what a WrestleMania it was. First, I gotta say thank you to you guys who actually came out to my autograph signings, which were on Saturday, and I got to meet a lot of you. And, you know, I love doing autograph signings because it does bring me closer to you guys and connects me with you again. Because obviously I'm here in the Chasing Glory studios. I'm here by myself, and sometimes I'm wondering, is there anybody out there? So when you come up to me in the autograph signings and you're like, man, I listened to this episode or that episode. And I had on a fan from last week. Forgive me, I can't remember her name. So much has gone on in this week. It's been incredible. But she came up in tears just thanking me for Chasing Glory. And your reviews as well, I've been reading them. My team's been reading them and passing them along as well. And it's so great. I'm going to get to those reviews right after a few messages. But first, again, I want to thank you for following me at Lilian Garcia with one L in the middle on Instagram and Twitter, and Lilian Garcia official fan page on Facebook. Also, LilianGarcia.com. And of course, at Chasing Glory Podcast on Instagram, where we post a lot of things about Chasing Glory. That's where you're going to get the most. So make sure that you check that out. Make sure that you check out Cameo.com/Lilian Garcia if you guys want special messages. I'm about to increase the prices again because the demand is getting very high, which is really, really cool, but it's just keeping me so busy that, about to increase them again. So if you want to get your message in for a loved one and for yourself, make sure that you sign up ASAP. So that's Lilian, or actually, that's Cameo.com/Lilian Garcia. Okay. So, WrestleMania. Hall of Fame was great. First of all, everyone killed it. It was so much fun. Tori Wilson, amazing. It felt so good when her music hit. Yes, that is me singing it. If you guys didn't know, I sing Tori Wilson's entrance theme song. So she's the only superstar that I ever did. And when I actually went in to record the song, I didn't know it was going to be for her. As a matter of fact, WWE didn't even know who it was going to be for. Just went in, recorded it, and then they were like, let's see, who would this be good for? And then they pitched it to Tori. She loved it, and it became Tori Wilson's song. Okay, I'm not doing it justice. But anyway, pretty cool to be in the arena as her music was hitting, and she was hitting the stage, or I guess it was kind of different because it was in the ring, right? So it wasn't really a stage, it was in the ring. But amazing, she killed it. Great to see Stacy Keibler again. Great to see so many of other Hall of Famers and other people that I haven't seen in so long. My girl Trish Stratus, and of course Lita, so awesome. And so then that just got us into, and DX, hilarious. DX was so funny, so funny. So congratulations to everybody that got inducted. But yeah, WrestleMania, so much fun. I couldn't tell you guys that I was actually going to be involved. It was a surprise that I showed up and announced for my second year. I am keeping the tradition alive since WrestleMania came up with the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. I have been announcing it, so this was my second year. And it was just, it's fun. It's fun because, again, it gets me tied up with you guys, and it also gets me tied in with the female WWE superstars and, of course, all the other superstars that I get to see backstage. It's my WWE family. I love my family. Immediately I, was saying hi to everybody. And of course, Vince and Kevin and Triple H and just everyone and Stephanie just saying, just thank you for bringing me back. And of course, you fans, all the messages that you all sent and the gifts, I got turned into a GIF. I kind of like it. Me announcing. But man, what an incredible WrestleMania. I was there all the way till around 2:00 in the morning in the building. So much fun, so incredible. I had to support, obviously, the main event. I actually snuck out. If you guys saw my Instagram, I was posting like crazy from the actual stage. I got to be right by the pyro, which, by the way, if you're ever photographing the pyro, and I should know this because how many years did I work there? Just 15. Don't look up when that pyro is going off because sure enough, I got a little piece of pyro in my eye, the debris from the pyro. How? Ow. Ouch. Yes. I had to flush out my eye at the end of the night. Nothing like that and so much fun. But it was a reminder that pyro can be dangerous, even if you're just photographing it. But man, it made for a spectacular video all the way around. And just the women killed it, main eventing for the first time ever. Took 35 years to get there, but it happened. And Becky Lynch, my neighbor. Well, we're not neighbors anymore. We both moved, but we did live for a while right across the street from each other. I love that girl and just so excited. But man, straight from that to Lacey Evans. You guys heard Lacey Evans. If you haven't, definitely go back and listen to that episode on Chasing Glory. Very, 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 very emotional. And even JR, Jim Ross, put the interview over, which I really appreciated. But she does talk about Becky Lynch. So it was kind of a challenge to her. And man, lo and behold, it's happening. I love the feud. And I'm hearing online that you guys are loving it too. So I'm very excited to see where this goes. But congratulations to everybody involved that night. And of course, I stayed for Raw and SmackDown because I am a fan first. I am absolutely a fan first. And when I was there, I caught up with the IIconics. Oh man, these girls are awesome. I had them on a year ago. It was like exactly a year ago. It was during WrestleMania weekend that they got called over the SmackDown right after Mania's when they debuted. And then boom, if just a year later, they end up winning the tag team championships for the women's division. And so excited for them, so proud of them, and had a great interview with them. So that's coming up. But first, I want to go ahead and get to your review of the week. And because I did a live review last week, and I didn't take one from online because there was so much going on, I'm going to go ahead and pick 2 winners this week. You're in the drawing now for an 8x10 autograph from me and also a Chasing Glory t-shirt. All right, so the first one that has made it into the drawing, it is titled, I Promised Myself I Wouldn't Cry. I heard a couple of these wonderfully produced podcasts of Lilian Garcia's, and I would just cherry pick through listening based off of whom I like or am vaguely interested to hear. And man, was I doing myself a disservice. The absolute best episodes and the most real, raw, and inspiring episodes are the ones about the superstars I feel I'm not necessarily that interested in, or the superstars I haven't yet formed an opinion of as a viewer. They all bring something unique, and discovering where they came from and how they landed, that makes it for great listening. Chasing Glory really shatters the illusion of kayfabe, and you get to know the people behind the superstars in a very personable and intimate way. Kudos, Lilian, and your staff. You just earned yourself a newly subscribed listener and this 5-star rating. Wow, this comes from Magnum Rules. Thank you, Magnum Rules. Really appreciate that. And I really appreciate that you're also including my staff, because I cannot do this without my staff. I love them dearly. I thank them dearly all the time. And so, yeah, it's not just me creating this, but thank you, Magnum Rules. Now you're in the drawing. Okay, and then the second one, it's a fantastic, emotional, and inspiring show. I just recently started listening to podcasts as I started working night shift. As this new job has been beneficial to my family, I don't see, wait a minute, as this new job has been beneficial to yeah, okay. I'm reading exactly the way he wrote it. I don't see my wife as much as I would like, often only 1 to 2 hours out of the day. Lilian's podcast is one thing that keeps us connected. Being wrestling and sports fans, we both love listening to these interviews of careers, personal achievements, struggles, and overcoming adversity. Lilian, you have a lovely soul, and I feel like you have brought stability and inspiration to keep my head up and keep pushing against the current. Thank you for being you, and keep up the fantastic show. That comes from Nick P. Thank you, Nick. I hope that you don't have to continue working nights so much that you can actually see your wife more than 1 or 2 hours a day. But I'm glad that you guys are sharing the show, and you're sharing that sometimes that's what you got to do, right? It's the struggle's real. And sometimes in the struggle, we learn so much about ourselves. It's really when you learn. It's not even sometimes. It really is when you learn about yourself. It is when you learn what you're made of. And then when you get through it, you can also help someone else who's then currently going through it because you've been through it, right? If we come out of life unscathed, then I feel like it doesn't make us special. There's something about going through tough times and getting through those tough times that makes you special. It is something that makes you a freaking superhero. I mean, look at the superheroes on TV or in the movies. They go through a lot to save the world or to save others or to save themselves. They go through a lot, but they keep pushing. They keep having a great attitude. And I think we can definitely learn from a superhero. And that's what sometimes you got to put on. Put on that fake cap, whatever, or cape, whatever your superpower is, ring, whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, sometimes if you just need something, there's something about, I don't know, putting on bracelets and pretending you're Wonder Woman. Something that just can be like a platonic thing that just goes, all right, this is my superpower. And when I put this on, I get strength. Whatever. If that's what helps, then do it. If it's a special coat, if it's a special sweater, if it's your lucky pants, if it's your lucky shoes, who cares? Whatever you need to get through circumstances in this life, do it. And then, again, be there for someone else when they're going through it too. All right, so we're going to go on to this episode. And this episode is being brought to you today by Cured Nutrition. I will tell you all about them. If you're suffering from anxiety or suffering from sleeping, like not sleeping very well, if you're suffering from... There's a lot of things that people suffer from stress, right? I'm going to tell you all about Cured Nutrition later on. But for now, if you don't want to wait, all you got to do is go to curednutrition.com/glory. Remember the promo code GLORY because that gets you 15% off your entire order. They're CBD products, great CBD products. And also the show is brought to you by OpenFit. You know that I am all about move your body. Come on. It will make you feel better. It will give you energy. It will make you look good. Making you look good makes you feel more confident. OpenFit brings this straight to your home, and I'll tell you more about them in detail as well later on. But for you guys, again, you don't want to wait for the goodies. Just check out OpenFit right now, actually. Just text the word GLORY to 303030. 303030. That gets you a free 30-day trial. Free 30-day membership. That's right. All right, so that's OpenFit and also Cured Nutrition. Okay, so let's do it. Without further ado, in their return, by the way, it's another, like I said, I caught up with them last year. So it's in their return. Now they've won the tag team titles. You're going to hear what it's all about. Now, after they've chased their glory and they've conquered what they wanted, here we go. It's Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the IIconics journey, or I should say, continued journey of chasing glory. Growing up in Sydney, Australia, Billie Kay always knew she wanted a life in sports entertainment. Trained by top international wrestler Madison Eagles, Kay made her professional wrestling debut at her 18th birthday for the Australian female promotion Pro Wrestling Women's Alliance, and just 1 year later became the company's champion. Her experience led her to traveling to the United States, where she would wrestle for top female promotion Shimmer, where she would also face off against her future trainer, Sarah Del Rey. While on tour of Australia, Kay received a WWE tryout where she impressed officials, and in the spring of 2015, she was announced as part of the new class of trainees alongside a longtime friend. Peyton Royce, who also hails from Sydney, Australia, also grew up a wrestling fan. She would join the PWWA school and would begin working shows for the company, often being matched with Billie Kay. Just a few years into her career, Royce would fly herself across the globe to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, to train in one of the best schools in the world under Lance Storm. After completing her training, she would work for many of the top female promotions in Australia and the United States. On the same tour of Australia, Royce impressed at the WWE tryouts and was named one of the newest signees in the spring of 2015. The two lifelong friends were reunited under the NXT banner, and they were called the Dynamic Duo, where together they would wreak havoc on the NXT women's division and even competed in a fatal four-way match for the women's championship at NXT TakeOver San Antonio, where they stole the show alongside Asuka and Nikki Cross. Both would continue to impress officials as well as the NXT fans, and the duo made their video game debut in WWE 2K18. Kay always being supportive of her tag team partner, Peyton Royce made history being part of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, and just 2 days later, Kay and Royce, now known as the IIconics, made their official main roster debut on SmackDown Live with a stunning attack on Charlotte. For the following year, there would be standouts in the women's division, which included participating in the first ever all-women's pay-per-view Evolution, as well as competing for the inaugural WWE Women's Tag Team Championship in an Elimination Chamber match. But the IIconics' ultimate dream came true when at WrestleMania 35, they won a fatal four-way match and became the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Sky's the limit for the 2016 NXT Breakout of the Year winners. It's about to get real, raw, and inspiring with Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the IIconics. Well, here we have it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because it's a recap of the year. What a year it's been. Guys, I have Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and now they are the brand new WWE Tag Team Women's Champion.
I still get goosebumps when I hear it.
I love hearing that.
Right?
Oh, it sounds so good.
First of all, I'm so excited the way it happened, being WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I know you guys were actually sad when it didn't happen, when you didn't get it at the inaugural, you're right? Being the inaugural ones when Sasha Banks and Bayley won. But I remember telling the two of you, relax, it's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen, and it's gonna be special. And man, I mean, I don't know about you, but I was in tears.
Oh, we were in tears.
Yeah.
I still cried this morning at Access. We've been crying for 12 hours.
Very emotional.
Yeah.
But I think, when we found out that the women's tag team division was going to be created, we were so excited just to be a part of the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
We were so grateful that we were a part of that match because we really wanted to help pioneer this division.
Right.
So just being a part of it was incredible.
Right.
But then I feel like, last night at WrestleMania 35, we couldn't have dreamed of a better WrestleMania debut as the IIconics, or B, to win the women's tag team championships. Like, that's like,
wait a minute, that's right, because this was your first.
This was our first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
This was our debut WrestleMania.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Because you guys, all right, this was what's so crazy is that when I interviewed you for Chasing Glory originally, we were at Access, just hanging out.
We were, yeah.
And NXT TakeOver hadn't happened yet.
No.
You hadn't gotten the word that you were going to move up, nothing.
No.
And I looked at the TV and went, I'm kind of feeling it. Like, I'm feeling like this timing, right? So, got you, we did this interview, and then you told me the very next day, holy cow, we just got told that we're going to be, coming up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then now it's a year later. I didn't put two and two together. It was your first WrestleMania.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
then you win it like that.
I
Yeah.
know. It honestly doesn't.
Nice.
It doesn't get better. Like, people
No.
dream of moments like that.
Yes.
And we got to have our WrestleMania moment last night.
Yeah, and you know what I loved is the fact that people were actually in the stands holding up the Aussie flag.
Yes, we could hear like Aussie, Aussie, Aussie chants during the match, and I was
Yes.
like,
You could?
I had to like focus, but I was like, this is so exciting.
Yeah, what have you gotten, like, I'm sure, tweets and all of that
Oh
from
my
home?
Oh,
Goodness.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, first of all, our families were watching. It was 9 a.m. Monday morning that WrestleMania was live, and all our friends and family, took the day off work.
Yeah.
My niece and nephew didn't go to school that day. Like, they were all just like there supporting us, and they were so excited. And when they saw that we won, like, we both FaceTimed them afterwards in the locker room.
Did you?
Yeah.
And we were just in the corner. We're both crying. Our families are crying.
Yeah.
Everyone's just crying because they knew that this is what we wanted for so long. Like, we had been dreaming about this for so long. And a lot of people had doubted us. And, people say wrestling's a phase, or it's not really like a career, or all that kind of stuff. And we knew what we wanted, and we knew we wanted to do this together. So that moment last night, it was everything that we had wanted and more, and I feel like everything just led to that specific moment, everything that we had gone through.
Yeah, I could feel it. I mean, especially seeing you guys afterwards too. Like, I could just feel, but sometimes when that happens, when you're going for something hey guys, by the way, if you hear the music, it's because we are backstage at Monday Night Raw.
We are, yes.
And something just started, I guess they're rehearsing.
Yeah.
But I actually love it because it gives the ambiance, right?
Yeah, it's
backstage.
exciting. I mean, it's a Raw after WrestleMania.
Yes.
This is exciting.
So what I was going to say is that I saw you guys, like, when you go after something and you finally obtain it, sometimes the feelings that you feel are different than you thought they were going to feel. Did you guys have that, or was it exactly like...
I meant to cut you off there.
No.
Just know what your question is.
Yeah, good.
I guess I had always been so excited to feel that feeling and to know what that moment feels like. And like, when we won at Super Showdown in Australia, that was a moment where my body went limp, and Billie came and picked me up, and we just hugged and everything. And last night Billie pinned Bailey, and she went limp. She went like a noodle, and I had to come and pick her up. And it was like, I was just so excited to know what that felt like. And it was beyond my wildest dreams. I had no idea I would be that weak, just filled with so many emotions.
Yeah.
It was so special.
Yeah, nothing can prepare you for that moment. And it was just so unique and special. And I'm so glad that we got to experience it together.
Yeah.
Which made it even more special. So, I mean, after that 1, 2, 3, everything that you saw in that ring was...
We ugly cried.
I'll ugly cry all night long.
bad.
Oh, man. But it's real.
Exactly. I'm
you
so
know,
glad this isn't about
so real.
being beautiful, but this is about freaking give me your real raw, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I felt, and that's what the fans felt, and so I thank you for that. Because had you been so conscious of this or that, and it would have spoiled the moment, you know. But you let it out, and I felt that.
Well, there was nothing we could do about it.
No.
Even if I had tried to, it took us over.
It really did. It consumed every part of us.
Gosh.
Well, because even when you get told, because everyone knows that in this business, you get told the outcome, right? So even though you knew the outcome, sometimes in the middle of the ring, you know that the outcome can change.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
So
100%.
even though you know going ahead, sometimes it has happened where the referee goes, never mind, you're not going over, it's this person, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that when it happens, it's like, oh my God, it actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You talk about the two of you being so close. I was thinking of, since I had done your interviews together, I wanted to go ahead and maybe do an individual. But you looked at each other and you were like, I don't know what that would feel like, and I don't think I want to experience that. I mean, you guys are like sisters.
We spend
really are.
all our time together.
Every minute. And we travel together. Everyone knows that. If you follow us on Instagram, we're always, shooting stuff on our phones and stuff. So we travel together and we work together. But we also spend our off days together.
Really?
She's the only person that I really want to see on my off days. So that's how deep this connection and kind of like a sisterhood goes for us. It's not just, we're a tag team, in storylines and on TV. It's like, no, this is actually real. This has been 15 years in the making, and we really do consume each other's lives, and we spend every single second together.
And it's funny too, sometimes we will go from TVs and then go home, and normally you're only home for 2 days before you go back out on the road.
Right.
Well, sometimes when you do get those 4 days at home, and we have so many errands and things to do, and we actually don't get to catch up. It's funny, we get to the airport on the next day to fly out, and we literally have notes in our phones of what we have to catch each other up on.
Wow.
And it's just we sit in the airport as if we haven't seen each other in a year because we have so much to tell each other. It's so funny.
It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, it's
so you should get out and listen. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this happened.
Oh, that's so... that just makes this journey so special. Because I looked at the Bella twins.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how... Because I have a sister.
Yeah.
And so we used to sing in a band together. Oh, wow. And then we just kind of split up, and, we're 4 years apart, our lives split, and she lives somewhere else. And so when I was here and I would watch the Bella twins, I was like, man, how cool it would be to actually have another companion here celebrating the journey. Like I like to do with my husband, for example, at home. Yeah. We actually spend a lot of our time together and celebrating our journey together of life, right? Yeah. So not having that here, I feel that void, right? So I always thought when I saw the Bella twins, I was a little jealous.
Yep.
And now when I see the two of you and the fact that you get to do this, I mean, it's crazy to me how close you are, and you guys didn't even like each other at the beginning. Can you tell me that story, please, for the ones that haven't heard it?
So it's funny because we didn't like each other, but we never actually spoke. So there was just this silent rivalry between us. WWE superstars used to come out to where we used to live and do autograph signings. And one time Peyton was ahead in the line, and we used to take the day off school.
We used to spend hours.
Literally hours. At least 4 hours.
Oh, I was going to say 6 to 8.
Lining up.
Just trying to be the first in line.
To try out?
No, to meet the superstars.
Oh, to meet the superstars. Yeah. Now I get it. Yeah. Okay.
So sometimes she would be for
maybe second or third,
and I'd be 6th or 7th
or something.
Yeah. And I would shoot her dirties, and I just knew that we went to the same high school. I didn't know who she was, and I was like, damn it. And then the next time I would be in the head of the line, and we'd kind of shoot each other looks and stuff. So there was just this silent rivalry, and it's just crazy to know that years later, when Peyton joined my, not mine, but the wrestling academy that I attended, and we spoke for the first time.
Do you know, I just want to jump in there for a second. When I knew from when I was so young that I wanted to be a wrestler, but I had an idea of what school I wanted to go to in Sydney. So in my mind, that's where I was going when I was of age. So on my birthday, I go out to dinner and I see a poster on the door, and it says pro wrestling, and so immediately my eyes are drawn to it. And then I look at the poster, and it's Billie. Like, she's the front and center of the poster. I'm like, oh my gosh, I go to school with her. And immediately I was like, I'm going to go to this school because I know her and I want to wrestle too. And it was like,
wow.
It's fate.
I wouldn't have chosen that school unless I saw Billie on the poster.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that just clicked.
Yeah, I
in my
just
mind.
realized that too, yeah.
Even though you were rivalries, you kind of got under her skin a little bit too.
But it was more so like, I want to do this. I want to be with her doing this.
Like you just knew it was not a if she can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely not. That's not how it.
And you hadn't talked to her yet.
Heart. No.
And this was a couple of years after
the
silent rivalry.
Got it.
Yeah, so time had passed. I love that because I really do feel like fate kind of like came together and intertwined our lives and was like, you two are going to be together forever and you guys are going to change the world.
Yeah.
And I'm on board.
Yeah.
I'm on board for life. She joined PWA and the first time we spoke, it was, and I say this all the time, it's like in the romantic movies where like the heavens open up and like the two people come together and they fall. It's like love at first sight. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened.
Except for it was just a sisterhood. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And that's definitely something that is so, it's not everywhere. It's just like relationships, right?
Yeah.
You
Absolutely,
really
it's rare.
search. It's so rare.
Yeah.
You
To find that person.
go through so many friends, or
Yep.
you go through so many relationships to find that person. So I'm sure having this journey together. Whoa! All right. So now you're on this side, though. You guys have obtained it. Now you're on the other side. You wanted this dream. You got it. Some people don't even get this far. How does it feel for you on the other side? What's going on now?
It's still.
Because you can have a goal, you can have a goal, you can have a goal, and then you reach it, and then
What's next?
Well, so
Right.
we've had so many goals and things that we want to achieve since we started in NXT, and honestly, since we debuted 1 year ago, tomorrow on SmackDown, up until this point, one whole year, we have ticked so many things off our accomplishment to-do list.
like what?
Wrestle in front of our family in our home country, and to win on top of that, with our family's front row.
Yeah.
Compete on a pay-per-view,
Compete on a pay-per-view.
which we did at Elimination Chamber.
Debuting on a show after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We
We didn't want to be in the shake-up. Just we wanted our own spotlight, and selfishly we wanted that. And I feel like every superstar wants that because it's such an awesome spotlight on you and a special moment. The Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania,
Yes.
I feel like everybody,
of all weeks, that's
everybody wants that, and it's exciting because you know you're going to see new faces, and you want to be one of them.
Yeah.
So
Right.
selfishly, we
That's what
wanted
we
that,
wanted.
and we got that.
And then there was being on a pay-per-view, the tag team division, it being created. That is something I think everyone knows that we have been pushing for years,
Since day one.
So the fact that was even created, and then
Winning this
WrestleMania,
night.
winning a championship at WrestleMania.
And your first one.
It was so funny, Lil. We had to ask the Usos, how do we hold these? They wanted to get a picture with us, and we were like, okay.
And I'm kind of copying them because I didn't know how to hold it. And they're so cool, so they're like, yeah, you just hold like this.
And they've had so many, they're just, it's like second nature to them. But we're doing media last night and don't know how to hold our titles.
I'm looking at Peyton and she's got it over the shoulder, and I'm like, how'd she get it like that? And then I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just holding it in front of my hand, and then she's trying to switch shoulders, and then it gets caught up, and then she ended up just like holding it in front. And we're like, we don't know what we're doing, guys.
Still learning.
I love that. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah. That's so great. You guys now have got to go home in your off hours and start rehearsing how to hold it and how to maybe come up with something. Because I remember when Alexa Bliss told me that her boyfriend, Buddy, was the one that said, put it behind your back and around.
Great image.
Oh,
Absolutely.
So you guys need to figure out what this tag team thing is going to look like.
Ooh, yeah.
Interesting.
Start thinking of some ideas.
There you go. Throwing it out there so that next week you can hit the ground running and be like,
I love that.
boom. Or start rehearsing tonight so that tomorrow on SmackDown.
This is Chasing Glory with Lilian Garcia.
I told you this interview with the IIconics was great. And we will get right back to it because there's so much more that we talk about, especially pretty much what happens towards the end of the show, something that we do hit on that I feel is very, very important. And we do talk about body image. Okay, so you know how I feel, right? If you follow my Instagram stories, you know that I am very much into fitness. I'm very much into wellness. And that's because I did have an eating disorder. And so for me, it is important to stay healthy because it keeps my mind sharp. It keeps me staying in a place where I could handle and not go back into an eating disorder, because sometimes that's exactly what happens. So, but even if you don't suffer from an eating disorder, just being fit, staying healthy is super, super important for your health, for your confidence, for everything. I'm telling you, you get your body straight, you get your mind straight. You get your mind straight, your life is straight. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to talk to you guys about Open Fit. And the reason I love Open Fit is because it is so easy. It is not time to be taking away from trying to get to a gym or something like that. It is literally at your home. So there's times that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I just need to loosen up. So I go into their yoga channel. So let me just backtrack a little bit and tell you about Open Fit. It has these different programs, and this is state-of-the-art trainers. And so yoga is one of them. They have like 52 programs of yoga. So different episodes, basically. And so you can decide which one you want to do for that day. Or maybe you just want to incorporate it within doing some of the other more aggressive workouts like Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder is actually being run by Hunter McIntyre, who was named by Sports Illustrated as one of the top 50 fittest athletes. If you guys don't know what Tough Mudder is, it is tough. But this program makes it a lot of fun, and you can just do it right there at your own home. Or if you want to work out at your job, you can do that, because there's also like these 10-minute episodes. And so they're called 600 seconds. And so this is run by celebrity trainer Devin Wiggins. And Devin has made this so super easy and fun, and just 10-minute spurts that you can work out. So you have no excuses. No excuses. You can get it in. Or you can sculpt your body by Andrea Rogers, who has Extend Bar. Let me just tell you, this is not easy. It looks like it could be, but it burns. It burns, but when it burns, you know it's working those muscles. So wake up your body, guys. Use Open Fit. What I love about Open Fit is that it gives you the benefits. It's very, very flexible. It reduces stress into your life. You can just incorporate this wherever and whenever. And for all my Chasing Glory listeners out there, all you have to do for a free 30-day membership. Now you got 30 days. You know that you can lose 15 pounds in 30 days? 15 pounds. You wonder what 15 pounds looks like? Google that. Put 15 pounds of fat, or put 10 pounds of fat, or 5 pounds of fat. You're going to see what that actually looks like. Get that off of your body. So 30-day free trial membership. All you have to do is text the word glory to 303030. That's 303030. The word glory. That signs you up automatically for your free trial. 30-day free trial with Open Fit. Get moving. No excuses. All right, so that's going to make you feel good for your body. Now let's talk about stress reducer. Let's talk about your mind. Let's talk about sleeping better. So let's talk about Cured Nutrition. What I love about Cured Nutrition is that they're a holistic supplement company based in Colorado. That's right, they're in Boulder, Colorado, and Colorado is killing it when it comes to CBD products. These are organic hemp-derived CBD products, so they don't have the psychoactive component THC. You don't have to worry about that. But they have full-spectrum nibbles, tinctures, and treats like the chocolate cookie dough. That's right. It's delicious. I give you permission to eat that because it is so good and good for you. And also they have spices that you can incorporate when you're cooking. I said it, like lemon pepper. They even got peanut butter spices. They got so many different spices, and you can just incorporate that into your meals. And that way you can actually relax. This will help you improves sleep, decreases inflammation, reduces the body's stress load. And that's because it helps your body's natural endocannabinoid system to produce clear benefits without the worry of the psychoactive component. Plus, how many other companies can say that they're thriving with an in-house farm-to-table business model? They know every single thing that goes into their products. They are not outsourcing this, not whatsoever. And you know what is so great about this is that you can actually give it to your pets. There are some pets that suffer from seizures or they have anxiety. Well, you can put some of the full spectrum raw oil with their food, and then that way that your pet, your furry friend, can relax, and it's good for them as well. And if you're worried about jumping through hoops to get your hands on your own Cured Nutrition products, don't be, because the company ships their products to all 50 states. You heard me. All 50 states, you can get your hands on this. You can find out what everybody is raving about with CBD products. You can find your favorite products at curednutrition.com/glory. curednutrition.com/glory. And for all my Chasing Glory listeners out there, you're going to get 15% off if you use the promo code GLORY. All right, so just go to curednutrition.com/glory. With the promo code GLORY, you'll get 15% off your entire order. Try it out. Don't just take my word for it. Try it out. You will see what I'm talking about. Everybody that I know that's using CBD is raving about it. And check out their brand new products, Rise and Zen. Rise and Zen. All right? So check it out. Let me know what you think. curednutrition.com/glory. Okay, now back to the show.
Now, more Chasing Glory with Lilian Garcia.
How do you think that's going to feel going through the curtains tomorrow as the brand new champs?
I'm excited.
It's come full circle to think that we debuted
A year later.
Yeah.
and then a year later,
You were champs.
we're champions, winning at WrestleMania. Like,
So
I'm just
when
excited.
we debuted on SmackDown, we beat up Charlotte and we assisted Carmella in cashing in her Money in the Bank. She became champion for the
that's
first time
right.
for her.
Yeah.
So now a year later, we walk into SmackDown Live and we are the champions.
Yep.
Yes.
And no one can cash in on us.
No.
No.
we haven't been cashed in on.
So we're good.
They can challenge you.
Yes.
but you're ready for that. All right, so let's talk about, though, because, yes, you've knocked out some things
Yeah.
on your list, and that's beautiful. And you've had beautiful beginning, you've beautiful bookend here to the year, but the struggles. Let's talk
So-
about the struggles
yeah.
in the middle, because it hasn't been all
no.
easy.
No.
Talk to me about some of those struggles.
I mean, we've. I don't know.
It's hard to explain. I feel like, especially when we were in NXT, it was a struggle. We wanted to be together, and they wanted us to kind of like find our own individuality, which is fine. So we really tried to do that, but it just didn't feel right. So I'm so glad that we were able to come together. We've always fought to be together.
Yeah.
And we've always stuck by that. So one thing we were like, no, we need to be together. Whether it's storylines or interviews,
Even
or
a signing.
even a
of some
signing,
sort.
we want to be represented together.
As
We
a
are
team.
a team.
Yeah,
First
even
and
here on
foremost.
Chasing Glory. You
Right,
really
yes,
wanted to be
we
together.
really needed to be
And
together.
I respect that.
So it's something that we just want to stand by. And that's not a struggle, but it's just something that we fight for every day.
Have they, in this year, been challenging not to be together?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So then what was, because I know that there's times that I would come and you weren't all too happy. Like something would be like,
I feel like, everyone has their good days and bad days at
Yeah.
work. For us, like, a bad day is very emotional, and a good day also is very emotional, but
opposite.
in the best
High
way
highs, yeah.
possible. So I feel like on those bad days, you just get so down because, we have so much that to offer, and there's so much that we want to give back to wrestling and to WWE that it gave to us. And some days we feel like, we just not getting a chance to do that, but
That's when they don't book you.
Do this for you.
when you because you went through a period that you weren't.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
But the thing that and then when we do get in those kind of moments and ruts, we always know how to pull each other out. We always say, okay, but we know it's a cycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is in this business. You have to, it's a circle, and you just got to keep running around the circle.
I say it's more like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's up and down.
It's going to be done up, and sometimes you're going to be, right now you guys are up the top, right?
Yeah,
but you're not going to be chance forever.
Nope.
You can't. So
No, we can try.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it away yet. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but and hopefully you guys will be one of those that really holds it a long time.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
thank you.
Let's hope that that's the way that it's,
That's
you know,
the plan, yeah.
that's the play, because I know you guys, you can control so much, but you can't.
Yeah.
Something that dawned on me, as a matter of fact, that I actually told Naomi, because she was, you know, her too, as far as wanting to compete and be used and all.
Be in the mix.
Yeah, I said, you know, I think there might be a little bit, I think the mistake to think in this industry, you're definitely an athlete. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
You're definitely an athlete. But because the outcome of the stories are written, it's almost like you're an athlete in a Broadway play,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a great way of looking at it.
right?
Yeah.
So the mistake is to think that you're an athlete in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because an athlete in Olympics, you can definitely control the outcome 24/7.
That, Lil.
Right?
Such a good analogy.
But we can't control the outcome.
But you can't control all the. You can work hard. You can show up. You can be great
you can do all
attitude.
the right things.
You can do all the right
Yeah.
things. You can keep your body going.
Yeah.
You can keep your wrestling really hard. You
Yeah.
can keep all of that going. But there's only so much that you can do. And so a
Yes.
Broadway play will have its leads. Will have its supporting roles. Sometimes will have all that. And I think that the main thing, when I told her that, she was like, "Oh my God, I feel like this weight has been lifted," and that. Yeah, I've been thinking at Olympics when I should be just thinking I'm an entertainer, which is why it's called World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And we love being entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, our whole characters are who we are.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, we've got some really good music playing right now too. Yeah.
Again, with the show.
Yeah. But a lot of people are surprised when they meet and interact with us backstage or in quotations, real life. And they're like, "Oh wow, you guys are the same as you are on TV." It's like, yeah, because this is our real friendship.
Yeah.
We are who we are out there.
Right.
You know, we are exactly who we say we are. We are just the best friends, and I can feel completely comfortable and my true self around Peyton and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. And then another thing with the struggles as well, I think a lot of our emotions are dictated by how homesick we are. That's very heavy-handed on us, and we kind of get homesick at the same time. So then it affects both of us, and we kind of hit rock bottom.
We really do. When homesick hits us, it hits us hard.
And it's bad, and we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, because you're so far.
We're
it's
so
not
far.
like you can just go take
even
a
just for
couple
the weekend.
No, and we can't fly up our family here. And that's hard. So, you know, we just try and talk to them as much as possible on Skype when we can, but that really does dictate how we're feeling.
Absolutely. Oh man, I didn't even think about that for sure. Now, Peyton, you've got a little bit of an advantage to being homesick because you actually have your future husband.
Yeah.
That actually, you're getting married in August, right?
Yes.
Ty Dillinger.
Yes.
But he actually asked for his release here.
Yep.
So he's no longer at WWE. How is that for you? Because was it cool for you guys to be traveling? Like, you didn't really travel together, or
No,
you
we
did?
did.
Oh, we did.
Actually,
Yeah,
You did. Was it the three of you?
It was the three of us, yeah.
Okay.
It was great because he used to drive in the snow for us. Canadian.
It's great. People thought he had two girlfriends. It was, it was great.
I love that. But how is it for you then? I mean, seeing that, because I'm sure that whatever he was struggling through, you felt because you're his loved one.
Yeah.
So here things are going for you and not necessarily for him.
Yeah.
So how can that?
I mean, I can see how people would struggle with that, and I'm not saying that we didn't, but he is just the most supportive man to me. And even last night he was right outside of Gorilla when we got backstage from WrestleMania, and I was like, he was the one face I wanted to see, and he was right there. And so you're right, I do get really homesick, but I get to go home to my fiance, and I'm lucky that I get to do that. And I just know how supportive and loving he is.
And he's off and running. Well, he's in his 90 days, right?
Yeah.
So so then after that, he's got bookings. Like he left because he just wanted to get used
He
more.
wants to wrestle. He loves wrestling, and that's what he wants to do. And so he's gonna make himself happy, and he's gonna do that.
Yeah. And you support that.
Oh, absolutely. He used to ask me, babe, would you still like what do you think? And I would just always say, like, I just want you to be happy, and whatever that is, you do that, and I will support you, because as long as you're happy, I need you to be happy.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
And you're, like I said, you're getting married in August.
Yeah.
You're all excited about that.
I'm so excited.
So is your family coming?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Then you'll get to see them.
Yeah, so I'm homesick at the moment, but I feel like as well, when I know a trip is coming up, or when I know I'm going to see my family soon-ish, that's when it gets bad, because I know it's coming up, and it's not right now.
Oh,
and I just
it's
want
opposite.
it now. Yeah.
Got it. I would think it would give you something to look forward to.
It definitely does, but when I know it's like X amount of months away,
you just can't wait.
I'm just so excited, and I'm just like, oh, I just want them now. You know?
Yeah. As you can tell, the Monday Night Raw is pretty much starting.
About to kick off.
So
The music's getting pumping, guys. So yeah.
But I'm sure they can still hear you. Billie, for you, has no love interest? Like are you interested in finding love? Or you have a love interest? Or can you not say?
If you know me, you know I'm an extremely private person. So,
and why is that?
I am very protective over my loved ones, and I think that stems from just A, being bullied when I was younger, and then B, my family's gone through a lot, so I like to be the shield that protects them from the world, because it can be really nasty at sometimes. And I signed up for this life, and I'm fine being in the public eye. I can take anything that you throw at me, but my loved ones didn't. Not saying that they have an issue with the public limelight or anything, but I just would prefer not to showcase that.
Yeah.
Showcase that. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But I just take it day by day, and at the moment, I like being private.
I actually love the story that you did share, as far as that you were bullied, but then because you were bullied, you turned around and became the bully because you didn't want to be the target anymore.
Yeah.
And I had never heard anybody talk about that, and I thought it was brilliant because it makes sense, and it made me look at the bully different.
Right.
Exactly.
Because you shared that.
Thank
all
you.
of a sudden, because I was bullied growing up, right? So all of a sudden, you gave me the perspective of the ones that were attacking me.
Yeah. It's this vicious cycle that is unfortunate, and I feel like, I want to say like 95% of kids, I feel like, get bullied in some way, shape or form.
Yeah.
And it's sad because it shouldn't be like that. But, social media and everything in today's age, it's so common. And yeah, like I was bullied for so long, and I wouldn't not want to go to school for a whole week. And I would just cry when I had to. And then when things got better, but then I became the bully because I was so scared, and I didn't want to feel like that anymore. So I thought the only way to protect myself was to bully other people to get that attention off me, and that is not okay. And
yeah, because you probably didn't feel good with yourself at night.
No, but I didn't realize it until I grew up a little bit, and I was like, wow. So it's just this vicious cycle, and I really think that any form of bullying is just not acceptable, but we have to realize why
it's happening,
why kids are doing it.
Yeah.
Whether it's something at home, whether it's something in their social life, whether they are being bullied. Like, there's just so many factors that can go into it. So
yeah, there's a similar story actually, that I had a friend telling me that he was actually bullied, and his best friend whispered in his ear and said, if I back you, then they're going to bully me. He said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so he stood there and watched his friend be beat up.
Because he didn't want to.
Because he didn't want the pressure on him. So I get it. You start understanding when you hear both stories, for sure.
Yeah.
So I understand now, you wanting to protect, but at the same time I also say you can't give people all that power.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's like, I get where you're coming from because you experience this, it's more sensitive to you. And so I challenge you to get to that point where you can go, F them, and whatever they say, and it's not going to penetrate me or my loved one. We're going to move on with our lives, and we're going to just live our lives.
I mean, I think I definitely will get there. It's hard, and it's something that I'm working on, but I've just, like I said, my family's just gone through so much, and I'm like their protector, whether they like it or not.
Is this because of you being in wrestling they've gone through stuff?
No, like my whole family's just gone through individual stuff. Like my dad was assaulted when I was very young, and I witnessed it. So that's kind of like stuck with me. So I never want like my loved ones to kind of experience anything like that ever again.
How old were you?
I was I think I want to say like 8 or 9.
Wow, that's a lot to process.
Yeah, at that age. Because you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But
I didn't understand.
You're not old enough to understand
the extent of it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like that's, and I definitely had like some PTSD from that experience. So that kind of like my anxiety upped and everything, and that's why I'm kind of like just on guard with my family.
Yeah.
Because I just like, I'll take the hits for them.
Right.
Put it on me.
I heard something recently that I found so profound, and be careful that you live your future life based on your past. And that's what a lot of us do.
Yeah.
We are living our future lives and our current lives always based on our past. And it's when we can tie and say, that happened then, that's gone, now let's, transfer. But it's not easy.
No.
Hey, all of us work on stuff.
Yeah.
All of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you say, I'm working on it. Because it means you're going to get through that.
Yeah.
You will get through that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about looks, body, the pressure of looking good. I mean, I get it. I'm constant. I mean, whether we've been in competition. I mean, I know you were a dancer for a long time, Peyton, and you what did you do? But you were in sports.
Basketball, yeah.
Yeah, you were in sports. But as far as like being judged by your looks, how much pressure do you feel on that? Because I know that, Peyton, you were a target of that not too long ago online.
Yeah.
I was disgusted.
Yeah.
Totally. From someone who suffered from bulimia.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly disgusted, especially in this day and age. I'm like, really, people? Grow up.
Honestly.
Yeah.
How have you been affected at all by either, did that trigger anything again?
So when that incident happened, I'd rather not say the name.
I'm not.
I don't want to bring
That's
attention
why
to
I
it.
didn't.
I know, yeah.
No.
I feel like most people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
When that incident happened, I actually was going through a really rough time with self-esteem and confidence with my image. Like coming out to the main roster, there's just such like a light on you, and especially with like social media, everyone has so much access to give you their opinion. And Billie, she's telling me all the time, don't read Twitter, don't go on it, because the comments would just hurt me so badly, and I used to take it personally. Like these
That's
people
because
knew
somehow
me.
you believed it. That's why.
Yes, I absolutely did, because honestly,
But why do you believe? That's what the question.
The transition from NXT to the main roster is kind of crazy, because in NXT you have your schedule, and day in, day out, it's the same thing. You know exactly what's coming. You know exactly what time you're going to eat. You get to cook your meals. You get to sleep in your own bed. You get the same time you can work out each day. When you come out to the main roster, you have to find healthy foods on the road. You have to, pick the right foods in catering. Meanwhile, there's two whole tables full of desserts and cakes and cookies and cupcakes, and it just stares at you. And so, you really have to learn like the self-discipline, and especially when you're tired on the road, it's your last day, you get to go home tomorrow. Oh, let me just treat myself with this cupcake, and so I think with my transition to the main roster, I did, I guess, put on a few pounds, and I hated that within myself, and then to be called out online about it is like, and then I feel like I've let myself down. How could I do this to myself? It just gets to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And I remember when I talked to you, I saw you recently after that, and I remember asking you, and you said, yeah, it has affected me in the fact that I'm now It's almost like you went right
that's
back
right,
to
I forgot I said
dieting.
that.
Yeah.
Everything I put in my mouth, I thought, oh, someone's going to look at me and think, should she really be eating that?
And that
Oh
just
my
spins
God.
you. That's the thing that spins you right back into an eating disorder.
Yeah.
And
And that was my whole point with the thing. This is what starts nightmares for young women.
Yes.
These ridiculous opinions put on you by someone who has no idea what it's like to be in our position.
Right.
No idea. Could not understand it if they tried.
Right. How have you been able since then to process where you have not spun into an eating disorder?
I feel like just time helped. Just time moving on. Billie was a huge support to me through the whole thing.
That's
I had a
key
really great support system. Even all my peers here at WWE.
Did everybody come to your back?
They jumped in on you
They
real quick.
chimmed.
And I felt like so much a part of a family when that happened. It was terrible. I wish it didn't happen, but I just felt so supported and loved. And I'm so far away from home, and I needed that. And I got that from WWE.
So there's the silver lining,
Yeah.
is that you know now
Yes.
you have your support.
Yes.
And so you don't have to go down that road
Right.
at all. So how about you, Billie? How does it pressure you as far as this industry and the
Yeah.
pressure of looks?
I mean, it's very tough. We're in an industry where I think you're really accessible to people judging you without knowing what you're going through. And the travel life is really hard, but you never, like, people don't know what you're experiencing on the inside or going through personal issues and stuff, so they're judging you based off what they're physically seeing, and they just don't understand what you're going through. So it's really tough, but I mean, like, I've definitely had self-esteem and body issues, body dysmorphia, and it's really hard, but you know, I've got Peyton to really kind of lean on it, and we really do help each other through that, because it's really tough. There's a lot of hate, unfortunately, on social media.
Yeah.
And everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think when you're talking about someone's specific body image, I don't think a public forum is the way to go about it.
Right.
To me, that's cyberbullying, and I don't like that one bit. I think the one thing that I'm really trying to like wrap my head around is my success in my career and my personal happiness isn't based off how skinny I am.
Amen.
And I feel like everybody should feel that.
Yes. But it's not, and I always say it's not even just how skinny you are. It's like the amount, let's say, the older you're getting, the amount of wrinkles you have, or this, or whatever,
absolutely.
right?
And
Because what's happening is that people are injecting themselves so much, they're starting not to even look like themselves because they're paying attention to what's going on social media.
Yeah,
and
all the
then
trends
for somebody you don't even know, right?
Yeah,
But
it's
here's
fake.
what I always say about social media. When somebody pays you, not a compliment, but if they say something mean, let's just say that they said, "Oh, you're purple. You are so purple."
Yeah.
You would look at that and go, "Purple?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not purple." You wouldn't. It wouldn't trigger anything in you because you know you're not purple.
Yeah.
So therefore,
And it's
you would
just
laugh.
absurd.
Right? It's
Yeah.
absurd. You would laugh at it.
Yeah.
But when somebody's saying to you, "Oh, you're so fat," all of a sudden, the only reason you're believing that is because you yourself have a low self-esteem that somewhere you're believing that.
Yeah.
So you got to look at those compliments like, they just told me I'm purple and that's BS and I just got to laugh at it.
Yeah.
You have to.
You really
So,
do.
and that when you're getting triggered by anything anybody's saying, you literally got to figure out, why am I getting triggered? Somewhere I'm believing them, and why am I believing them? And what has happened to me in the past with something? And that's when you start working at the root of it, and you can work. And like I said, I get it, because I when I got here, I had just recently gotten through the eating disorder, and then
How
all
long
of a sudden.
did you have an eating disorder for?
So I started when I think it was around 17 or 18
Okay,
when
so
I
young.
started. And then it was bad for a while, but I don't remember the exact time. I just remember I threw up one day 15 times and I threw up blood, and that was my wake-up call. I said, I have to get help. I'm completely out of control. And so I went and sought help. But for years, I would be fine, and then I'd throw up. And then I'd be okay for a few months, and then I'd throw up. And then it'd be okay. Now, I remember that I started saying, can I last a year? Can I last a year? And I would get close to the year, and boom, I'd sabotage myself. So that's when I said, I will not even try to celebrate this. I won't even try to count the months. I won't even make it a thing.
Yeah.
So now it's been years, but I don't know because I stopped counting. Yeah.
And I think another thing, like especially with women, like I got signed when I was 25.
Yeah.
I'm 30 this year. My body is naturally going to change.
It is.
And that's the facts. Like my metabolism is going to get slower. I am probably going to put on a few pounds. That is the natural order.
But your few pounds are going to be everyone's perfect pound. You know what I'm saying? Like for you, it's like we just dissect ourselves like crazy.
Exactly. We're our worst criticism.
Yeah.
But I just feel like people need to understand like what we put our bodies through the ring and then what we put our minds through like emotionally to make ourselves look a certain way. Like it's a lot. And yeah, we've signed up for this and we want to look great and we want to be the best that we can be for this business because we love it. But, you know, our health needs to come first and foremost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. You guys need longevity.
Yeah.
And just keep, even if you don't believe it, literally look in the mirror. This is what I did. I said, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. This is beautiful. This cellulite is beautiful.
Yes. Like, let's embrace each other. Like,
I'm alive.
You know,
I'm alive
Who is to say that having a six-pack is beautiful? Who is to say that not having any cellulite at all is beautiful? Like that's just, it's not real.
It's not.
Let's celebrate each other's flaws. Let's bring each other up and let's just embrace women of every type, curve, size. And it's a lot better in 2019.
It's getting better.
It's getting amazing. You know, but I think there's still a way to go. And
I think talking about it too helps
bring some eyes to it.
Helps other people realize that they're not the only ones feeling a certain way.
No.
Yeah, everyone struggles.
Especially
everyone struggles
because they're looking at you guys with how beautiful you are, your body, and they're going, oh, they're so perfect. They probably don't struggle, and then they don't know
I hope
that
they know that we struggle every day.
struggling.
Every Instagram model, influencer, I don't care what their page says, you can't look at someone's page and think that's their real life because it's not.
Even us. I am not going to post a bad photo.
No.
Right.
I will pick the best damn photo and I will probably Facetune it.
Right.
So it is a highlight reel of our lives.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to post anything about, you know, the low part of my day. I'm not going to tell you,
I get it.
You don't get followers by saying how bad my day was.
Right.
Yeah.
But I love that you're talking about it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think everyone needs to know that.
Yeah. I have no idea if this is being blown by all this music and
I
stuff,
know.
chatter. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because,
thank you.
I mean, it's brilliant anyway. I love that you guys continue this journey and continue to share what you share. I'm so excited for your next. It's just another chapter.
Yes.
It's your next chapter. But from here, what is your goal? What is because now you've hit WrestleMania. You've hit
Oh my gosh.
What else has been is on the list that you want to accomplish?
Well, I think right now, being the new tag team champions, I think our main goal is to elevate the division even more. You know, Boston Hard Connection were great champions and they really held the division to such a high standard.
Yep.
So now it's on us to continue that and try and elevate it even more.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, best wishes to the two of you.
Thank
I love
you
you
so
dearly.
much.
Go Aussies.
Chasing Glory with Lilian Garcia.
Ladies, wow. Thank you. I loved having this conversation with you. I felt it was very, very important to have this conversation. I love that we spoke so much about everything and their chase for glory and how they felt about winning the tag team titles, what that meant to them, the chase for that, all the other things that they've been able to accomplish, but even the struggles and how to get through those struggles, and the body image issue. Any of you out there body shaming people, shame on you. Seriously, you don't know the damage that you're doing. It's not cool. All right? So cut it out. Seriously. I know you got better things to do. So just when you think of body shaming, don't do that. Because that does send people into a horrible, horrible spin. I've been part of that and it's not fun. And to this day, I still have to watch myself because I can definitely look at myself and start putting myself down. Like the first one to be like nitpicking my body and And, I just have to remind myself so many times, and it's because it was programmed from early on. So I'm glad that we spoke about this, but I feel the more we speak about it, actually, the better it is. And then we can get on to bigger and better things and not trying to shame people on their body. We're all doing the best that we can. I do say, do the best that you can. Try to eat the best that you can. I think that's important. What you feed your body is very, very important. And then, that's why I'm an advocate. For example, my sponsors, OpenFit. Go to openfit.com. Make sure that you check it out. 30 days for free. Just text the word glory to 303030, 303030, and you get a free 30-day trial, and you can start feeling better about yourself. Also, Cure Nutrition, that helps you too, like inflammation with anxiety. Some people don't diet because they have anxiety. So Cure Nutrition can help you out. Make sure that you use the promo code GLORY. All right, ladies, I thank you again. Congratulations. Can't wait to see your continued journey. And for the rest of you, your continued journey, whatever it is that you're thriving to do, keep doing it every day. Just make one more step towards your goal. Just one more step. You would be surprised if every day you did something, I don't care how small it is, if you did something towards the thing that you want, you will see how far along you will get. Like it will be just light speed. All right, so get started. Get started now. And in the meantime, go out there and live with much peace, love, and passion. And before I say goodbye, remember to subscribe, remember to review the show, to get into the contest, and remember the 5-star rating. I really appreciate it. Follow the show at Chasing Glory Podcast, and also myself at Lilian Garcia. Okay, above all, remember to always be yourself and trust that it's enough. I love you. Bye.
Thanks for joining us here on Chasing Glory from executive producer Lilian Garcia. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends, and be sure to subscribe at Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your favorite shows.